Hi and welcome. This is Kevin Doherty here with Dream Practice Coaching. Just wanted to make you a short video today that will kind of ground in some of the information from the video case study that I sent you yesterday that kind of lays out my marketing system for acupuncturists so you can kind of get a more clear sense of this whole approach to see if it's a good fit for you and to see if you might want to learn more about how it can help you. So I think it's always helpful to share like real life, case studies from my clients so I can show you exactly what I did to help them and really take all that kind of abstract knowledge that you got in that video and show you in real life like how it benefited this particular practitioner. So I wanted to actually take a moment to highlight one of my clients, Katie. Sure, her website is at the center of bliss. The centerofbliss.com, and she is an acupuncturist in South Carolina. And Katie is actually one of my awesome practice growth advisors right now. So she had such great success working with me in coaching and just saw such amazing growth in her practice that she got really excited about the marketing and practice development end of things. And so now she helps me advise and coach other acupuncturists. So I'll share a little bit more about how if you wanted to actually talk with Katie directly and do a call with her, how you can go about doing that and to kind of hear more of her story and get some guidance from her because she's a fantastic resource. So I just wanted to lay out like kind of quickly here what I did for Katie and kind of some of our ideas and suggestions that we put to use on her website and just in her marketing in general. And so in a nutshell, this marketing system that I think works extremely well, it worked very well for me in my acupuncture practice. It's definitely worked for dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of my clients at this point on pretty high levels. And you can see testimonials on my client experiences page. There should be a link for that in the email you received from me today. That'll show you a lot of cool stories and inspire you to see what's possible for yourself. So I know this is field tested. It's proven to work, and I think it really is, after a lot of trial and error, what I've discovered to be the very best way to market. And so the system in a nutshell is that you have a really effective website that positions you as an expert that is set up for lead generation so you can collect contact information on your site that integrates with social media so you can stay in touch with people through Facebook and that generally attracts people to you rather than you going out there and chase them. And so once that's set up the right way, then you basically use a variety of very specific marketing strategies to drive traffic to that website, build an enormous fan base and email list so you have a built-in network of people that you can stay in touch with. That's really what the system entails. And in a nutshell, that's kind of all there is to it. Now, implementing all of the steps in that system is definitely going to take some mentoring and some guidance to get you there. And that's obviously a lot of where I can help you if that seems like a good fit for you. Because honestly, learning all of this stuff on your own it can be daunting, and it really is like a whole separate skill set from just being an acupuncturist. So this is the missing link for a lot of acupuncturists. The reason that they have never had the level of success that they want in their practice is because they never learn this stuff. They never learn how to systematize what they do and really get streamlined and organized around their marketing and promotional efforts. So with Katie, what we did, and first of all, Katie came to see me when she was a few months out in practice. She was relatively new, but she was already, fairly established. She was definitely seeing a decent amount of patients per week, but she was also kind of concerned about how kind of slow the growth process was and wondering if she had already plateaued and, if maybe there was just a little bit too much competition in her area or, if this was even very feasible long-term to make like a really strong six-figure income. So at this point, all of her concerns have definitely been alleviated. She is just crushing it in her practice, and it's obvious to see, or it's great to see, and it's just obvious that she's, super confident in what she does. So what we did with her is we basically got her website set up so it conveys a lot, high level of professionalism and, really positions her as the expert in her field. And I'm not going to go into a ton of detail about why the site is set up that way. And in fact, our company didn't actually design this particular website. It certainly does have a lot of the right elements in place, but from my kind of perfectionistic viewpoint, there's still things that I would love to tweak on the site to make it work even better. And that's a really important kind of insight into marketing, is that there are always ways to make it better. So whatever you're currently doing to bring in new patients and to get visibility, we can always make that stronger. It's never like perfect. And even my marketing skill, as advanced as it's become over the past several years, I'm definitely still in a learning process, and I'm always tweaking and testing new things. So, you see a few of the elements that we look for on a successful website on Katie's site, though. It's set up to convey professionalism. There's the lead generation piece. She has video on here. She has a really nice headshot. There are just a lot of elements that I'm not going to go into too much detail on, but that really convert well from her website. And I know for a fact her website brings her a ton of business every month. So you can also see that the site is integrated with social media here, so you can like her fan page right from her website. And so once the site has been set up relatively well, and keep in mind this site could definitely still use some improvement, so we could, I'm actually going to talk with Katie and we can get this working even better for her, believe it or not. But it's already generating quite a ton of business for her. So what we do then, once the site is set up, we use some very specific marketing strategies to drive traffic to this site so she's consistently getting new business. And one of the strategies we use in this system is Facebook advertising and social media, and just your Facebook fan page in general. And that you can see from really good content that Katie's posted here on her fan page that she has 2,425 fans on her page right now. The vast majority of those are local people who are prospective or current or past clients, which is fantastic. So she's done a really good job of building up her fan base. She has 552 five-star visits here, it looks like, she has 35 five-star visits, but it shows that, it just shows that there's a lot of expertise and social proof there on her fan page. She's posting consistently, and she's used what I've taught her about Facebook advertising to really build a very large targeted local audience without having to spend just a ton of money to do it. I mean, of course, it's an investment, but it's the ROI, the return on investment, has been amazing for her. She's done extremely well with that strategy. The next thing that we really focused on for Katie was search engine optimization and making sure that her site is search engine optimized for a lot of her main keywords that people are typing in to find her practice, which is also a big subject that I have a lot to share with you about, but we don't have time to go into now. And then we also use some content marketing strategies. So she has definitely been pretty prolific in blogging and article marketing and doing things like video and definitely like giving her audience great content as part of her overall marketing strategy. And then we definitely implemented more of a referral system for her. So she's getting way more referrals than most acupuncturists do. And of course, she does great work for her clients. But she really knows who her ideal patient is, and she knows exactly how she wants to help them. And because of that, she gets a lot of referrals, and we've also implemented a very specific referral marketing system for her to really maximize that process. So through that entire sequence, now there's a little more that goes into it than that, but overall it really is quite simple. Like I said, though, the devil really is in the details and mastering each one of these specific strategies. So, here's the thing for acupuncturists is you can certainly outsource a lot of this to an outside marketing company for them to do it for you, which I know quite a few acupuncturists have done. What I've generally seen, though, to be very honest, is that doesn't work for the acupuncture profession very well because it is such a unique profession, and the average generic marketing company is not going to know how to really speak your voice and communicate the value of what you have to offer, and even really how to attract clients in a way that the average acupuncturist would. It's just not very feasible that they can do that. So I really think that developing these skills yourself and knowing how to market on your end is one of the most powerful steps you can take for your financial future, for just becoming more financially empowered, for the longevity and success of your business, without question. So the good news is that learning all of this doesn't have to take you years and years. And in fact, in my coaching work, we definitely can condense this process down to 3 months, 4 months, somewhere in there, where you can get just a ton of great content, very simple systems that you can implement in order to take your practice to that next level and really go from where you are now to adding an extra 20 plus patients per month, even with things like Facebook advertising and blogging, search engine optimization, video marketing, and certainly utilizing whatever offline strategies are in place right now, networking and speaking and so on, and of course maximizing referrals. So just to give you a quick update, it's actually kind of funny that Katie wrote this, but this was yesterday. Let me just go back to Facebook real quick, if I can find it. Yeah, here we go. So Katie just wrote me yesterday, and she said, Hey, I'm just looking at my business sales this year, and we have blown our last year's sales, our last year's sales already. We are double what we did last year in profit, and we still have 4 months to go. Thanks for all your help. And of course, I emailed her back and just said, awesome, that's fantastic. And so Katie is just a great example of what's possible as an acupuncturist, that she went from seeing 10 to 20 patients a week, and now she has like a really full multidisciplinary practice. She has a really strong six-figure income, and it just continues to grow. And what's cool about that is, yes, she works hard and she's seeing a lot of those patients herself. She's also learning how to really leverage her time and automate a lot of the marketing. So she is getting more free time in that process. She can spend more of her time just focusing on treating patients and less time doing the things that she doesn't really like doing, which enables her to have a really enjoyable, balanced life where she can do yoga and hang out with her partner and live her life, right? And just enjoy things. So that's what we all want. We don't want to just be busy, busy, busy all the time. We want our marketing to be something that's inspiring, that frees us up in our life, that automates a lot of this process of building relationships and connecting with people and positioning ourselves as experts so that we can live our lives. We can have freedom in our lives, we can enjoy our business, but it doesn't rule us, right? So if, like I said, for Katie, she got so excited about this process that she got really interested in the kind of entrepreneurial end of things. And now she actually works for me as a practice growth advisor, showing acupuncturists how to do exactly this, how to do what she's done through what she's learned from me. So if you wanted to schedule a free 60-minute strategy session directly with Katie, what you can actually do is go to buildyourdreampractice.net/apply, and you should see a link in the email I sent you here. There's a short form here to fill out that you really want to spend a little time with and give us in-depth answers. So to be very honest, we do get a great demand for these strategy sessions because honestly, I have about 100,000 people on Facebook alone that follow me and my coaching work. So we get a lot of applications. We can't work with everybody. The acupuncturist who's the best fit for this is somebody who's really intent on growing. They take their business seriously. They have that entrepreneurial mindset, and they really want a solid six-figure business. And they have the time, the resources, the energy to invest in that, and they're serious about it. So if that describes you, just fill out this form, and once you do that and you click this submit button here, you'll be taken to this page, which is a online booking page. And if you wanted to schedule with Katie, at least at the time this particular video is being shot, she does her strategy sessions primarily on Tuesday, which is her off day in her practice. So you would just go to any Tuesday where you see an opening and click that, and you should see that Katie's name is listed as the person you do the strategy session with. So if you're an acupuncturist, that's what I'd recommend, is do this with Katie, because she's had the direct experience of working with me and of building a thriving practice herself, which is fantastic. So, as much as I want to give you all kinds of great content and insights and strategies into how to transform your situation, I also want to get you inspired and empowered and confident so you know that this is possible for you. Because I know for a fact in the acupuncture profession, there are a lot of people who believe that it's really impossible to make a strong six-figure practice or even higher doing what you love and seeing as many patients as you can handle. And you shouldn't do it for the money, which I agree, but it doesn't mean you have to be greedy. It just means that you're serious about what you do and you look at this as a business, not just a hobby. If that's the case for you, I really encourage you to apply for a strategy session. The work we're doing with Dream Practice Coaching is very unique, and it's very catered towards acupuncturists who are ready for this level of success. So I would love to work with you. I would say start with Katie, get a session with her, and if she and you determine that it's an obvious fit and that I could probably really help you implement this system, she'll share some details about what that would look like in one of my coaching programs and just give you an overview of how that works. Last thing I want to say is we're super chill and casual about this whole process. We're not here to sell you on anything or convince you of anything. I'm just showing you what's possible and showing you what I've been able to do for other acupuncturists and to give you a sense of the potential that lies in this field. I actually think this is a fantastic time to be an acupuncturist if you develop that marketing skill and you take that seriously. That's what's going to get you the visibility you need. And this particular marketing system, I think, is the missing link for a lot of LACs out there ready to thrive in their practice. All right, cool, guys. Well, thanks a lot for watching, and I hope this has been helpful and inspiring to you. And I'll be in touch very soon with another helpful video or a blog post or something that'll keep you moving forward, I promise. So this is Kevin Doherty. Really appreciate your interest here, and talk to you soon. All the best.